What's up, guys? Nethervvoid here with more World of Tanks subscriber replays for you. I know it's been a while since I've done more tank videos, but there's been a lot of crap going on in my life. I've been doing a little bit of Minecraft and stuff just because it's kind of relaxing, and tanks is just different. I don't know. It's different. Anyway, so this was sent in by Brumbar again. Brumbar going to war. I think I just did one of these guys' replays, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Again, subscriber replay season 4, I want to say. Yeah, season 4 is all about showing you how to play these tanks. It's educational, but also it's about showing you how to play these tanks. So he's in his T29 right here. Obvious strong points are that it's got an insane turret armor, and it's got pretty weak hull armor. The speed is alright, and the gun is actually pretty good for tier 7 at 200 pen, basically 198 and 320 damage. It's 10.5 here. So he's coming up on, what is this, assault? Oh, this is assault, and he's defending on Sand River. I turn assault off. I hate assault mode. I think it's stupid. For one thing, in my opinion, the attackers should have more tanks than defenders, because defending is it's not easier, but you don't have to do anything. You can just sit there and camp all damn day. Plus, there's only 10 minutes on the timer. So he's up here. And this actually makes a lot of sense. I kind of didn't even know when I watched this the first time it was assault. So make sure it makes sense that he's camping this heavy on this map. This replay was actually approved by 2 different people. Captain Obvious was one of them, and Reaper 20K was the other one. They both thought this was a game to show. It's not really high damage per se, but just watch what he does with the T29. It shows you perfectly how to play this tank. Now again, the way he's going to play this tank is fairly map dependent. A lot of this game is just in knowing the maps. And, you know, it's just like Call of Duty or Battlefield 3, you know, all of FPS games are like that. If you know the maps, you have like a, you know, a 5 times greater chance over the standard guy, right? Because you know where the hiding spots are, you know where people are probably going to be. KV-1S, unaware so far. Oh, miss! That's very unfortunate. It's nice to get hits early on those KV-1Ss. But if you're an FPS guy, then you know that learning the map is like a lot of the actual game. It's pretty easy to aim at somebody and fire at them. It's a lot different to know where people are probably going to be, you know, and know what guns to use and how to use them and all that stuff. Well, that's not really map dependency, I guess, but in some games to know where the cool guns are, because they aren't always in the same spot in every game. So now he's up in this pretty much troll spot right here. I mean, look at that little crack between the rocks he's using. KV-1S is dead. Nobody's ever going to dislodge this guy. They got one Arty, and I don't know what he's doing, but the Arty should be focusing Brumbar down pretty much to his knees here. That's the only guy that can do anything to him. And on assault, that's pretty much the only guy that's ever going to do anything to him. Maybe with gold rounds you could maybe do something to him, but probably not. It's not going to happen. So again, I just wanted to show that the ear is penetrable, right? You can see the red paintball, but it does not cause any damage any longer, which has been part of the game for a long, long time. They're hitting him right in the mantlet? Wow, that's interesting. You know what it probably is? They're shooting at the turret, and the shots are just very accurate, so it's hitting them right in the mantlet. Should be aiming for the cupola, but I'm not sure what they're doing. The JP is probably one of the only tanks that can probably pin him from the front. Well, they can hit him in the cupola. I think that's the only thing they can do. You can see more paintball action showing up on his turret there. Nobody's doing anything. Now, here's what they should be thinking. Okay, the chance of us actually doing anything to this guy is pretty much not going to happen at all. We're just not going to be able to do anything. We should figure out a way to push up. And again, this is another reason I don't like assault, because these little tiny maps are not really made for this kind of a battle mode. They're way too damn small. You can't flank someone that's in this kind of position. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Like, drive right up the thing here? That's the only way in, right there. You can't drive in there. He's going to be pounding on you all day. That's what she said, or he said. But anyway, he's going to track you and just kill you. There's going to be no way around it. Now, you could rush through like 5 tanks. It looks like I've got about 5 people shooting at him right now, currently. But I still don't think that's a good idea. So at least they damaged his gun, so his accuracy is pretty crap. Okay, he fixes the gun. I wish this thing showed potential damage racking up so far, but it's got to be just crazy. He's got 1,000 damage, and let's look at all those paintballs right here. Plus all the stuff that's hitting the rocks, right? There's paintballs everywhere. And some of them they're just disappearing because after you get hit a certain amount of times, you know, those marks stop showing up. So that's arty, I would guess. Which, that's the only way you're going to kill this guy. Let's look to see if that was arty. Let's wait till the fire dies down here. So, I don't see any red marks, but I'm pretty sure that was arty. Oh, turret shot. Look, right through the mantlet. Someone's firing gold, maybe? I don't know, but that's... And from way over on the side? I think people are firing gold at him. That's really the only way you're going to get this guy out of there. So yeah, this video is called American Superiority, but there's going to be another video in the series. I'm doing like a little tiny series because I got some replays where I got 2 Great British replays and 2 Great American ones. And then, so I'm going to do, you know, USA Superiority, and then I'll do one for Brits. But, so he gets pinned on the top. That's got to be, well, I mean, if you get hit there, you're probably going to get hit. That might have been RD. Looks like it's coming from the front, though. Sometimes you can see, yeah, and it's not letting me zoom in here. Sometimes you can see, like, what angle it came in at. It looks like it's a front shot, but it's hard to say. So finally, someone's like, look, we got to push up on this guy. We can't just sit here. Now, the problem is, now there are 2 heavies back there. 2 tigers, I think. Yeah, 2 tigers sniping your face. There's nothing you're going to do now. You waited too long. Now, they didn't know that. They didn't know the tigers weren't there. But if they would have came in earlier, they could, or at least send someone in the spot. If nobody's there, rush in, right? Too late, though. Look at the rest of his team. Just cleaning up 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. And this is, again, why assault needs to be changed. The assaulting team should almost never be able to push out like that. They should give you so few tanks that if you don't camp, you're going to lose. So that's another reason in my opinion, the assault game mode is unbalanced. Secondly, the assault game mode, it really is only good for really experienced players. Like if both teams have really good players, the assault can work really well because people think outside of the box. They think of how to attack in this, you know, a different situation. They're thinking on their feet. But most players don't do that. They get on a map, myself included. I'm guilty of this too. And they go to the position they go to all the time. They do the same route they do every time that they found that works. And, you know, that assault requires a little bit more thinking than that in general. Because you have to dislodge guys like Brumbar. So you can't just go your normal route. Tiger P just avoiding death here, just getting lucky. Brumbar's gun's out again. He must be getting hit by HE. Also, his gunner is out. So he's really just shooting blind here, basically. Holding people back, still alive. 268 hit points. 1 good hit could kill him. The enemy team's pretty much dead. There's only 3 dudes. A Dicker, a Tiger, and a Tiger P. So that's probably the Tiger still dinging him without being spotted. All he has to do is sit here and wait, though. Now, this is where I was saying you should get some kind of credits and XP for how much damage you take without dying. Because look at all this damage he's taken. I mean, not damage, but how many potential damage he's taken. You should get some kind of credits and XP. It shouldn't be the same as how much damage you deal. I don't think it should be on the same scale. But it should be like 4 to 1. So if you take 4,000 damage potential, it should be like you shot 1,000 damage. That seems fair to me. 1,000 is not that much. In a tank like this, 1,000 is decent, but if you get 4,000 potential damage in a tank with 1,250 hit points, you did really good. So he bounces probably off the mantlet. Very unfortunate right there. But that's the game, and I'll just get the end plates when I start up the next replay. Hold on a second, guys. Here's that second game I was talking about. Again, American Superiority, kind of the theme for this replay series here. Okay, cool. I had to make sure we were recording. So let's get right to the plates that we were talking about before. While actually, am I too fast here? No, I'm not. The M46 Patton just has that much speed. But first, this was sent in by Maestro to you, and this M46 Patton on South Coast Standard. This was approved by Captain Obvious as well, and we'll talk about that in a second. So first plate of that last game, T29. You got Spartan, cool-headed, and Steel Wall, really cool. Doesn't have a laundry list of pwn here really with his gun, but check this out. He gets, let's sort by, I think it's XP, right? he gets only 913 XP. Again, they should get XP for getting bounces. But he gets, let's look at the detailed report. That's really what I care about. Potential damage received, 15,250. And again, I'm in fixed. Oh no, I was in free mode. I was in fixed mode. Cool. So, he gets 65 shots fired at him, only 9 pens. And that is pretty awesome. Non-pens, 56 non-pens. You should get XP and credit for that kind of crap, because if you do that, it means you're doing something right. It's not just random. If you get 56 non-penetrations, you're doing it right. That is definitely not a random game. T29 Scout just about getting taken out right there. So he also gets 51,000 credits with the non-premium account. It's pretty awesome. So again, awesome game. Thanks for sending it in. Send more games like that to DGNet submissions at replay.com. DGNetSubmissions@gmail.com. The link is in the video description. Also, my mod pack link's in the video description. People could be asking me, what's this? What's that? Read the video description. It's got a lot of stuff in there. That's the first place you should go when you have general questions like that probably everybody's asking. Anyway, back to this game. Again, this was sent in by Captain Obvious, saying that Maestro does some really good job with some really unconventional positioning here on this map. And I definitely agree. Right here is generally where you'd be getting pwned by guys basically over here. Guys are usually pushing up right here, jacking people up by this point. So he kind of hung back for a while because he figured they'd be coming up. And there are actually a couple tanks back there, but they're not moving up. IS-4, which is a tier 10 Russian heavy tank, and something else. It's not even on the radar anymore. T29 Scout, scouting Maestro here. There's really nothing the enemy team can do about it. The low is going to probably move up and attack, though, since he's got a scout now. Yep, here he is. Putting out all his side armor for all its glory. He gets tracked and set on fire by Maestro, which is not really a feat considering the low is just about 100% engine. If you look at the build of the low, the engine runs the entire length of the tank because it's the tranny all the way back to the engine, which again, I don't agree with it, but it seriously covers just about the whole tank. Anyway, T29 getting jacked up by the Centurion, and Maestro's looking to see if he can pull into this lane here. Nobody's here. Everybody's camping on that ridge. So Maestro's like, hey, I can drive up here too, man. So, hey, how's it going, buddy? How you doing up here? Boom! You're out of my game. Scout is out of the game. So, here's where I think most people would probably back up and get into their same position they were in. But nobody's over here. So Maestro's like, well, now what? This is just not something that usually happens, I would imagine. I don't know if this... Tell me if this is your usual positioning, but it's not mine. So Maestro comes up here around the amphitheater here to get some kind of cool shots on these enemies. Side shots right here. Gets really unlucky hit, or really unlucky shot there. Could have hit this bat right in the butt. And there he gets some nice damage on the bat, making the bat basically get out of there. So he's got some really strange positioning right here, but it's working out really well for him. And this is really what good players do. They can look at a situation, and again, like I was saying in the previous video, they can read the map and go where they might not have gone before. Now, there's two... It's just like Star Trek, right? Anyway, so Captain Kirk sent this replay in. He says, go where no man has ever gone before. So anyway, but you can read the map and kind of think of where can I go, be safe, and damage people where they won't expect me to really screw up the enemy team. And Maestro's doing a perfect job of it right here. So usually there's some campers right here, and he sees them on the map, if he does have the mod pack that I do. IS-8 hanging out here, doesn't even see him on the minimap. There he kind of sees him, but he tracks him and gets him stuck out there. IS-8 fixes his track. Now we got a T34 getting ballsy. Now, the IS-8 didn't have the depression to do anything about Maestro, but the T34 probably does. But sticking your side armor out, usually not a good idea. So, now we got an IS-8. Oh, IS-8 gets a nice shot on him right there, coming all the way down out of the hills to hit him in the engine. And that's because the IS-8 has no gun depression. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's tracked right here. And Maestro's keeping him tracked and damaged, which is a great idea. T-34 is just sitting there. T-34 shoots probably the rock. I'm not really sure what happened right there. T-34 should be rushing this guy. Like this Russian's like, hey, hey American, turn into a Russian. Now he decides to come out after his buddy's dead. This is what you don't do. Your buddy's gonna die, you leave. So he rams him for a little bit of damage there and gets destroyed by the E100. JP's E100 takes the shot. Helps out Maestro, because that could have been really deadly right there. Here comes a Type 61. This is really odd positioning, I just have to say. So what did Captain have to say about this? So here's the bat that he almost killed before. JP's E100 needs help now. Now it's the roles are reversed here. And JP's E100's needing some serious help from Maestro. Maestro's waiting for a clean shot, and boom! Get out of my game, stay off my friendlies, he says. So anyway, Captain Obvious says the M46 game was great to see. He used some very unconventional spotting in the middle of the map, enabling him to put fire on targets from angles they weren't expecting. Working down two heavies at the same time, aiming for track shots to keep the enemy from getting their guns down on him. Yeah, no kidding. This has been a great game so far. Not really because the M46 is a great tank. It's actually one of the worst tier 9 mediums in my opinion. And I think it's a lot of people's opinion. But he's doing a great job with it right here. It's not a bad tank, it's just not a good tank. It's just not great, okay? Compared to like T62, it's not very good. So, also the reason why both these games were Captain Obvious approved was because he kind of sent these back about 3 days before anybody else sent anything back. So I had a lot of time to look at these, and I already kind of figured I wanted to put them in a video. The other guys said they were busy and couldn't send them back right away. That's fine. I mean, if you're an approver, I don't expect to get replays from you every week, to be honest. I expect, you know, every other week or at least every 3 weeks. Hopefully, I'll get a pair of replays from you back. But you know, if you got finals or whatever, there's plenty of reasons why you can't send replays. In fact, it actually does help if you just drop me a line, hey, I got finals this week. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to send anything. That's totally cool. Please do that, because then I know what to expect. I know how many replays I can expect back. I know that if I get a bunch of emails saying, hey, I can't do it this week, then I need to start looking through replays for myself and picking some out. I generally do that anyway. I kind of search through the replays as I'm pulling them off the Gmail account. I kind of look at a few of them. But I'm definitely looking at them if I don't get a lot of approvers sending stuff back, because that means I need to hurry up and get off my bet and look through a bunch of them. In my opinion, the replays I pick sometimes aren't as good, and that's why I have the approval team. It's really to get good replays. Anyway, here's the Object 261 coming in. This could be really bad. Misses him. Object trying to get a good shot on him. Oh, look at that juke. Look at that juke. His momentum was too big, and he almost turns for a shot, but never gets a shot on Maestro. Perfect move by Maestro there. Apparently, Captain Obvious says this juke also makes the video because you can do this on enemy teammates. So I didn't actually load this. Let's load this one real quick so we can get the plates for it. Let's upload replay. Sorry, this is actually kind of thought I already had this done, but I know I don't. So let's get the sucker uploaded. If it is uploaded, hopefully it will tell me. So yeah, he says that you can also juke a lot of TDs that way. Anything without a turret, where they're coming at you, right? Maybe they're coming to ram you or get a good shot on you, make sure it doesn't miss. If you stop, they're gonna go right by you because they have a lot of momentum built up, and there's nothing they can do about it, right? They can't stop fast enough. So here's the first play, Mastery Ace, really awesome game. Nice list there of shots fired on people. Nice damage on different tanks. Spots 3 tanks with that unconventional spot on the map there. Second plate here, just going by damage, he does the most damage by quite a bit, 5,400 damage. The E100 does really good too, the JPC E100 with 3,900 damage. A lot of that's just because he has that huge gun, but still, getting 4 shots off with that tank sometimes can be tough, so he did a really good job as well. But Maestro, you know, getting 1,400 XP compared to JPC E100's 900, you know, he takes the cake there. So third plate here, penetration 17 out of 21 shots, really nice. Hits received 4, penetrations 4. Obviously, in this tank, you're really not bouncing anything. Potential damage received 1640, so he did get somewhat of a bounce, maybe, but it doesn't matter. He still had some hit points left regardless, so he did get a bounce. But enemies detected 3, enemies damaged 7, and enemies destroyed 5. So really good game from Maestro. Thanks for sending it in. Again, if you want to send in games, please send in the dgnetsubmissions@gmail.com. If you want to be a approver, please send your list your email and your WAT name in the comment section. I'll check you out. You have to have a efficiency greater than mine, or win rate 7 greater than my own, which I think efficiency is like 1,300 or 1,290 or whatever it is. If you don't feel like putting that in a comment because you don't want people to know your email address and your WAT name and all that, just send me a direct message on YouTube. That's fine too. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm probably going to be putting up a couple more replay videos this week because I have some more replays I want to show you. And again, Reproval Team, I'm going to send the pack out probably the night before this video show. So again, thanks for watching and stay frosty.